Okay, today we are going to talk about how my student did 10K in 2 days. And it was insane when I realized what was happening. She had a she had worked with this influencer. First of all, she's in the academy. Second of all, I'd been working with her on getting sales, and we decided there are lots of different ways to get sales. We decided to go with an influencer because she had an interest in working with influencers. Um, and when you're in the academy, it's like, okay, these are the 5 paths that can get you there. Which one do you want to try first? And so that was one of the paths that she chose to try. And she reached out to this influencer a few times, and I worked with her on script and what to say. And she reached out and they responded. And they did the first live with her products in December. And she did over 5K in 2 days. And I remember her messaging me and just like in complete shock because she wasn't expecting that, right? Um, it was crazy and it was simple, but it wasn't. You have to find the right people to work with. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go through a little bit of that with you guys, and let me know in the chat where you're from. This is about drop shipping. So are you interested in drop shipping, or do you have product on hand? Just kind of give me a little bit of background on you so I can kind of maybe tailor what I'm saying. But I can tell you that this 10K month was the second month. The first month, she did over 5K. And literally, I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but when you have the Shopify app on your store, every time that you get a sale, it makes this little dinging sound, right? It's this little cha-ching. And so she messaged me and she was like, the cha-ching thing has been going off. Like, I think she got like 60 orders in like 1 hour. I mean, it was insane. And that was the first time that she had ever worked with this particular influencer. And then the second time that she did it, that was in January, and that's when she hit 10K. And so she was a little bit more prepared for the cha-ching, right? But it was a little overwhelming, because her store was new. I mean, she'd done a few $100s here and there, but I mean, that initial like 5K it was less than 2 days. It was like 30 hours, like 5K in 30 hours. She was like, oh my gosh, and that's one of the things that you can run into is growing too quickly, right? I learned this back in business school like 20 years ago, that back then the most common reason for business failure was growing too quickly, which I thought was extremely interesting. So it's basically you get too many sales at once and you don't know what to do. And then you end up, or you're overwhelmed, and then you end up messing stuff up. You get bad customer service. You have all these issues. And then those people never order from you again. And then they put bad reviews. And it's like this downhill slide, right? So luckily she didn't run into that because we talked about it and got everything figured out. So I see Charlotte's from Clearwater. That's awesome. I think I've been to Clearwater. I'm sure it's very nice there today. Okay, so let me know in the chat if you can see my screen. And right now I'm showing my beautiful PowerPoint. And I usually do pink, but I thought this was just so pretty. So what we're going to do is walk you through this. And today we're going to talk about 4 different things, how one well-placed influencer can literally change your life. 2, how to expand your boutique or launch the side hustle without all the upfront costs. Even 2 years ago, this wasn't possible. This is game changing. The products that we have access to with our dropship partner, like today, every day I log in and my mind is blown. They're getting better every single day. And I know they're going to continue to get better because I started working with them about 2 years ago, and I thought they were good then. So, I mean, this is amazing. This is the perfect time to get in. These are products when I started with $200 back in 2013. If I would have had access to this type of thing, I would have gotten there so much faster. just being able to test products and not have to buy them, right? So like there are a few different product types that cost a lot of money to get into. Denim is one, shoes is another. You have to buy these huge runs. You're always inevitably left with sizes left over that you can't get rid of. And that eats up your profit on that run, right? So this opportunity that we have right now is unlike anything else. And we're going to talk about how to choose, collaborate with influencers, and I'm going to give you a sneak peek into the system that my student used. You're in the right place. If you're here, you're in the right place. I've got thousands of people following me and on my email list. If you actually showed up to watch this video, I want you to know that you are like a 1%er, because a lot of people, it's on their list, but they don't do anything to take action for it. And so that's what's great about the ladies that I work with is they're action takers. They actually do something about the dream or the goal or whatever it is, right? And so that's why I love doing what I do. So if you want to sell products online, and this is a fun business, very, very fun business. I still get excited when I look at product, just like I did 12 years ago. I mean, it's always changing. There's always something new. If you get bored easily, like I do, this is a very, very fun business. If you're tired of trying to figure things out, lots and lots of ladies are researchers, and drop a comment if you are a researcher and you like to research completely and fully. I have had ladies buy my program that have been following me for years. I was trying to think of, there was one recently, like just yesterday. I think she'd been following me for at least 6 months. And so this was on her list, right? But she didn't take action yet. Like, so what is going to get you moving on your dreams and your goals? And one of those things is to stop researching, draw the line, and just follow a system. So that's what we're going to talk about. If you're looking for a system, you're tired of researching, you're tired of watching random people on Facebook, on YouTube. I do it too. I get distracted. I've got a goal to go and learn about a particular thing, and I get off like learning about things that I really shouldn't be spending my time trying to figure out. And it's for you if you're looking for expert support. You want someone that's done it before and that you can trust to guide you in the right way. And that's why I'm doing this video, is because there are a lot of people out there selling things online. And a lot of them, if you don't see their face, you don't really know them, right? This is a completely different world than the in-person boutique and businesses where you sell to people in your town and where you go take a class at the college. It's so different. And so I wanted to get in front of you so that you could see I'm an actual person. And I've been teaching ladies since 2019, and I have several students that do 6 figures a year in sales. And I actually got my business degree because I wanted to be a college professor. And after I got it, I have my master's. After I got it, I went and applied at the college, and they said, well, you have to have 2 years of experience to teach here. And I was like, well, how do I get that if no one will hire me? So this is my way of teaching. I always wanted to teach business at a college, and so this is my outlet for that. So I want you to make sure to watch till the end, because I just had a list of 175, I think it's more than that, but I know it's at least 175 influencers, and it's got everything you need to know to get in touch with them. And so I'm going to give that to you if you stay till the end. I'm going to give you the link after I stop recording. And if you're on this live, I'm going to give you the link and you can make a copy of it. And I specifically picked out these people. So it's not just random people. I used a strategy to pull this list together, and there's over 175 of them. So in case you don't know me, I'm Karina. I've been a Shopify partner since 2013. I've sold 7 figures in my own boutique online. I've been in several brick and mortar locations, and I have a degree in programming. So that's how I ended up as a Shopify partner. And so when I first started teaching in 2019, I had so many ladies join back then the academy. was a 90-day program, and it was to get you launched in 90 days. So literally it was taking 90 days for ladies to get their Shopify store ready to turn on. And I thought, this is a real big pain and it's holding them back. And I can't really teach them anything about sales until their website is set up. And so this is causing a problem. And so I started what I called the VIP experience back then. So it's been around for 6 years, in case you've heard of it. And so I've set up over 2,000 stores. And 2 years ago, it's actually 3,000 stores or more now, but all my stuff says 2,000. And so to have congruency between everything, I just keep it at 2,000. And I started setting up dropship stores 2 years ago after looking into dropshipping for years and years and years, and always thinking, oh, that's not really good, but I wish it was. It actually became good like 2 years ago. And then now it's even better. So I put all my knowledge out of my head. I've got my master's in business. I've been a small business owner since 2003. So 22 years. I've been on business panels at colleges where I evaluate the business plans of the students that are wanting to graduate, the capstone, where they're wanting to graduate to get their master's in business administration. I've been the person that they present to every semester, and I get their business plans and I critique and ask them questions. So that was like almost 20 years ago that I did that. So I have been around the business world, the small business world, for a long time. So you can trust me. And so we're going to talk about my proven strategies and next step. The secrets, 3 secrets behind her getting to 10K in 2 days. 1, she got her store up and running and she had plenty of products on it. That is one thing that you wouldn't believe so many ladies get stuck on. They are scared to turn their store on. And this has been an ongoing thing for years. It's like mentally, they just cannot get themselves to turn on the store. You have to get your store on to make money. And if you wait too long to turn your store on, guess what? All the products that you had on your store, they're sold out or they're out of season. Right? So I have ladies I built stores for 6 months ago and they still haven't launched because they're scared to launch. And now they've got fall on there and they're trying to launch 6 months later. It's out of season. You're going to have to go back in and redo everything, right? Add all new products. That, or even if you wait, a month or two and it's still in season, with drop shipping, remember, a lot of people are selling from this inventory, right? And so something could be sold out. What if you turn on your store and like all your products are sold out? So you want to be fast. Don't overthink it. My famous line for the last, I don't know how many years, has been done is better than perfect. And it's funny because I work with a lot of ladies that are perfectionistic, and I'm like, let's just turn it on and then tweak it as we go. And I can tell you that's how I got to 7 figures. I would still be waiting to get everything perfect. I would have not sold a darn thing had I not just turned my store on and tweaked as I went. Number 2, she actually took advantage. The way that I met this student of mine is she bought a dropship store setup. And she had me pick out, I think she had 5 or 6 categories on there, right? She was serious. She didn't just put 30 products. She put enough to where the store had plenty of products to shop. Because remember, if you have an influx of people, you're working with an influencer, they go to your website and you only have 30 products and they don't like any of them, they're going to leave. One of the things that allowed her to sell 10,000 in 2 days is she had enough options on her website. Isn't that crazy? So think about it, right? Think about it. And that was one of the things that we worked on. Okay, they're going to go live and they're going to have your information there, your link for people to shop while they're live. And they talked about her and then they did their thing that they always do when they go live. Imagine If she didn't have enough products on there, her sales would not have been 10 grand. So think about that when you're planning. And those are the things that you will have access to if you work with me. You're in one of my programs. Number 3, she chose a great influencer. They had a background. They knew what they were doing. See, the faster you're generating sales. We talked about this. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Number 2, get your store built for you if you need to. Hey, if you can set up a store and pick all the right products, go for it. And there are some ladies that they, feel confident and comfortable, but you have to think about it. How fast are you going to be able to do that? How long is it going to take you to pick out the right products? Is that where you want to spend your time? Right? And most ladies I work with, they work a full-time job. So do you want to spend your time trying to find 100 or 150 products to put on your store because you want to work with an influencer and you need to have enough product on there? Or do you just want to have it done? So you'll get to the point when you're going to want to outsource things to be successful. And that's one of the things you can outsource now. It's crazy that I'm even saying that because drop shipping it still blows my mind how good it is. So next slide. So we kind of already went over this. The amazing thing, this is going to blow your mind. She did not pay them. She did not pay the influencer any money. Just don't blow your mind. Just stop for a second and think about that. That was one of the strategies that I taught her. We don't pay influencers. We don't pay them. She sold in 2 months. She sold over $15,000 worth of product. She didn't pay them any cash. So remember, I'm giving you my free bonus. If you're still on this, and when we end, I'll give you the link for 175 that I have researched and put together myself. But if you don't have that, what you're going to do is you're going to look for active accounts. You want to make sure that they follow your target market. Don't go after people that sell kids clothing or like their focus is children. If you're women, unless you've seen that they've promoted women's products before and been successful at it. So I've got a script. If you get into the academy, you can get the full template for how that works. But you also want to look beyond follower accounts. So you don't want them to be too big. You don't want them to be too small. To start off, I would say at least 5,000, right? And the sweet spot is kind of the micro influencers, the ones that they don't want you to pay them $500. They'll do it because they want the product and they like to say that they're collaborating and they're an influencer, right? So that's one of the things that you can look for. Once again, I've got a bonus. So I want you to think about this. I want you to think about what it would have felt like if you were in my student's position and you kept getting that cha-ching on your phone, and for 48 hours, actually less than 48 hours, you got all those. It gets addictive, you guys. It gets addictive. Think about how now there's so many opportunities for you to start a boutique without spending all the money on stuff up front. And that was the way that my academy, Ecom Academy, is actually still around, but it's for ladies that want to have product on hand. And it is a very strategical business when you're spending money out of pocket. And you have to know what you're doing in order to not have products sitting around, because when you're buying product on hand up front, that's like a non-interest bearing account. So you are not making any money off that product while it's sitting there. So it is a completely different business almost than drop shipping, but it can still do, you can do a lot, you can do even more. you can do more in sales that, if you have product on hand. And so that's one of the things we talk about is, you can order samples and things like that. There's so many ways to make money. But I just want you to think about the fact that this is not just a dream. There are ladies out there doing this right now. And so if this is a dream for you, what are you waiting for? Because of that, Dropship Academy has been closed for quite some time. I've opened it back up, and it's a $25 a week investment. And you get access to everything, and you can cancel anytime. I don't think that you'll want to cancel. I don't think that you'll want to cancel because you're going to get access to trainings, but you're also going to get mentorship. There's a private Facebook group. We have group coaching calls. So there's so much more than just sitting there. But, if you're one of those people, I have a lot of ladies, they just want to sit and watch and do it at their own pace. Totally fine. And ask your questions in the Facebook group. I'm in there once a day answering questions. We've also got a 6-month option. A lot of just like to pay, save $100, pay for 6 months. It's $497. What do you get? I'm just going to run through this really quickly. Everything that you need from start to the goal is to get you to $5,000 months. And it's all focused on drop shipping. So no product on hand, no product inventory purchase ahead of time, no product on hand. So I'm going to help you with learning all of these things that you need to know, including working with influencers, how to pick the right products, store setup, how to get traffic. That's the number one question that I get when I talk to ladies that aren't in the program. How to get traffic. The store is great. It's turned on. I'm not getting any traffic. The next question I get is, how do you convert? How do you convert those people? Let's say you have a lot of traffic, but they're not buying anything. If you're having that issue, I've got trainings on that. Also, you can come to group coaching. I can look at your analytics and I can tell you exactly what's going on with your store just by looking at that. So you've got advanced strategies, you've got checklists, you've got monthly coaching calls at least once a month. Since we've just opened the program up, I'm doing it, more than once a month right now, but I don't know if that'll continue or not. You also get access to the community. You're going to have these in there just like you that actually took action on their dream and they want to make this work. So I just threw this snapshot in here. I took before and after because I wanted you to see the bump in her sales. And this just happened. This just happened like 2 months ago. So I want you to think about this. If you sell one product a week, one $40 product a week, that will pay for this program. One product. I had someone just turn her store on the other day. She already messaged me that she sold a product. She's in the academy. So think about that. Can you sell one product a week? One piece of one top, one dress. Can you sell one per week? That covers the cost of this program, and I guarantee you're going to make more sales than that. So here's some of the common things that ladies tell me. Number one is I'm not tech savvy. The second one is I'm too busy. I'm working a full-time job, and I even had people say they're too busy to come to the Zoom call. So you just have to think about, is this something that you really want? Or, if you start now, where are you going to be next year? Where do you want to be next year? I've always been a future thinker, and even when I was little. And I always think about, what would future me say? And I say it to my son, he's 14, and he's like, oh, why'd you say that? Because I'm like, what would future you say about this? So what would future you think about this? Is this something that you're serious about? And I can guarantee if you're not, someone else is. I had several people sign up yesterday, and they're serious and they're ready to do this. And they're going to be out there, and some of them are going to turn on their stores and they're going to make sales this weekend. The next thing is I can't afford huge upfront costs. So think about this program. I broke it down as low as I possibly could, barring a daily payment. $25 a week. That's one product. And if you look at it comparatively, you're not having to buy inventory up front. It used to be you couldn't even get into this business without spending at least $1,000, $1,500 on inventory. So, I mean, it's really, really awesome right now. And will this work for me? I have a guarantee that I will work with you until you make your money back. And I mean that. I mean that. You can come to the calls. I will work with you until you get your money back at a minimum. So, we're going to be 6 months. If we can't get you selling 10 products in 6 months, we've got a big problem. Okay. So in order to help you with your success, I actually am creating these right now. They're not even done yet. I am working on these right now. And I'm making a 1 day side hustle blueprint. And it is broken down into, if you were going to spend 1 hour a day working on your business, what should you spend it on? That's what this blueprint is. The next one is 30-day rapid results. It's basically me telling you exactly what to do to get to $1,000 in sales in your first 30 days. Now, if you did the 6-month payment, you would pay from the profit of $1,000 in sales, let's say 50% profit, you would pay for the entire 6 months in 30 days. So that's what this is set up to do. I'm still working on that. Trying to perfect it, make sure I don't miss anything. So I want you to just think about this. Option A, do it yourself. Try to figure it out. Watch YouTube, watch Facebook, question it, put it off, say you'll do it later. Or work with me. The is on fire right now. Please join. It is getting ready to be really, really fun. And the dropshipper is just amazing. They are blowing my mind. I mean, this is crazy. There's a brand on there that is available to you to dropship that got so big in sales that they moved off of Fashion Go, the platform where all the vendors are that you can, find product to sell. This brand got so big that they didn't need Fashion Go, and they're really good. I see them when I travel. I see them in boutiques all over the country, and they're not cheap. And you have those on the dropshipper's website. You can actually have that brand, those styles on your website without spending money. Blows my mind. It was my top selling brand when I was buying. I had a warehouse and I did all product on hand. It was the top selling brand, and you have it available to you. So that in itself is just amazing. So anyway, here's the stuff that you got in the program. We just did a nice little picture so you could kind of see. We've got checklists, we've got how to get all kinds of really cool there. And I do once again just take note of the guarantee. I will work with you until you make your money back. So it's not something where you're going to pay in money and I'm going to say, see you later. I've been doing this for 6 years and I've got a track record. Go check me out. Not that I want you to go do a research for the next 6 months, right? But I've got a YouTube, I've got a blog, I've got 11,000 followers or more on my Facebook page. I've got 10,000 followers on Pinterest, you guys. And that's one of the things that I haven't even taught yet. I got up to 2 million monthly views at one point on Pinterest. And let's see, I just started Instagram. I don't have a bunch. My boutique has over 100,000 followers on Instagram, Knitted Belle. My boutique also has, I think, 130 some thousand followers on Facebook. So I've been around. I'm not going anywhere. So I just want you to know, if you sign up to work with me, this is what I'm telling you. I will work with you until you make your money back. Now, one last thing. I've got a fast action bonus. So If you sign up today, I will give you this VIP influencer outreach package. And this goes along with the list of influencers that I'm giving you for being here till the end. But it's also going to have, I'm still putting this together. It's brand new, but I'm going to take all my knowledge and create some files, swipe files, things to say, and how to approach them, and all the things that you need to know, all the things that I coached my student on when she reached out and got those people to work with her. So that's only if you sign up today. All right, and now I'm going to stop sharing and let's see if this works here. Oh, I can see all your comments now. I couldn't see this earlier. Okay, let's see. Mishy says she's been following me forever. Yeah, that I'm telling you what, I talk to someone like every week and I go look at my email list. I'm like, they've been on my email list since 2023. Charlotte says that's what she's been doing. Okay, yeah. See, this is very common. You are totally normal if you're over researching, but you got to take action, right? You got to take action. Mishy signed up for Dropship Academy. Yay! She says she's so excited to work with me. Yes, Chastity got the sale the other day. Okay. I'm so sorry if I have a bad connection. Let's see. I will tell you what brand it is in the Academy. Ask me in the private Facebook group for the Academy and I'll tell you what the brand is. Let's see. Influencers is organic traffic and marketing. No, Charlotte's asking, is working with the influencers the organic traffic and marketing? No, that's something completely separate. So that is the organic traffic toolkit is what I teach that in. And it's basically blogging. But you have to blog in a way that gets you traffic, right? So we're not just blogging for fun. We're blogging like strategically. So that's what that is. So influencers, completely different ballgame. Chastity, yes, you can get that. And I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to stop recording. So drop a comment if you'd like more information on the Academy, and I will see you on the inside.